Welcome to another engrossing episode right here at Top 10 Den. Buckle up because we're veering off the beaten path, exchanging the familiar for the fantastically frightful. Today's feature? Parasites. No, not your freeloading college roommate or the kind that hitch a ride on your Wi-Fi. We're talking biological freeloaders, deadly, dangerous, and downright devious. So grab your biohazard suits because we're diving into the underworld of the top 10 most dangerous parasites. Get ready to be astounded and maybe just a little grossed out. 10. Anisakis. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the unassuming yet utterly unnerving Anisakis. You might not have heard of this tiny terror, but if you're a fan of raw or undercooked seafood, you've probably been on a dinner date with it more often than you'd like. These nematodes, or roundworms if you want to keep things simple, are common culprits in sushi and other maritime delicacies. Ingesting them can lead to anisakiasis, a nasty condition complete with nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. So the next time you reach for that sushi roll, just remember, raw fish is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. 9. Tapeworm. Sliding into the number 9 slot, we have the loathsome tapeworm. Tapeworms are flat, segmented worms that live in the intestines of some animals. Sounds delightful, right? But wait, there's more. Animals can become infected with these parasites when grazing in pastures or drinking contaminated water. But when humans eat undercooked meat from infected animals, these happy-go-lucky parasites can hitch a ride into our bodies. And when they get there, let's just say they make themselves at home. On the plus side, they're great for weight loss. On the downside, they're tapeworms. 8. Schistosoma. At number 8, let's talk about Schistosoma, also known as blood flukes. Now, these little horrors don't crawl in through your skin. They swim. You heard that right. The fresh waters of the tropics and subtropics are their playground, and humans are their unsuspecting targets. Once they get into your body, these parasites can cause schistosomiasis, a disease that affects hundreds of millions worldwide. Symptoms can range from abdominal pain to blood in the urine or stool, and even paralysis or death if left untreated. The next time you feel like a cool dip in a freshwater lake or stream, remember, you might not be swimming alone. 7. Toxoplasma gondii. At lucky number 7, we have the Toxoplasma gondii. Oh, what's that? I hear you ask. Well, if you're a cat lover, you might want to brace yourself. This little charmer is a parasite often found in cat feces, and it's the reason why pregnant women are advised to avoid changing cat litter. Infection with this parasite, toxoplasmosis, can lead to severe symptoms in those with weak immune systems. Now, don't be too quick to put Fluffy up for adoption. The chances of getting toxoplasmosis from your pet cat are quite low, but as far as excuses go for not changing the litter box, I might get a parasitic infection is pretty solid. 6. Onchocerca volvulus. Coming in at number 6, we have the Onchocerca volvulus, the little worm that could cause river blindness. Transmitted by the bite of infected black flies, these parasites love to set up shop in the human body. They produce larvae that can cause severe itching, skin discoloration, and, if they get into your eyes, blindness. Remember that the next time a black fly ruins your picnic, it's not just being annoying, it's potentially serving up a side of debilitating disease. 5. Plasmodium. Crashing into our top 5 is the infamous Plasmodium. You might know it better by the disease it causes, malaria. This little monster is transmitted by the Anopheles mosquito, which, despite being the size of a lentil, manages to be a major pain in the, well, everywhere. Malaria is one of the deadliest diseases in human history, but don't worry, most mosquitoes are just as annoyed by Plasmodium as we are. It's just a shame they can't scratch. 4. Acanthamoeba. Number 4 on our list is a real tearjerker. Meet Acanthamoeba, a parasite that causes Acanthamoeba keratitis, a serious eye infection that can result in permanent visual impairment or blindness. As if that weren't enough, it can also cause a severe, usually fatal brain and spinal cord infection. It's commonly found in soil and water, including tap water, so think twice before you rinse your contact lenses under the faucet. When it comes to eye hygiene, better safe than sorry might as well be better safe than blind. 3. Ascaris lumbricoides. At number 3, we have the roundworm Ascaris lumbricoides. With an estimated 1 billion people infected worldwide, it's safe to say this guy gets around. Ascaris primarily lives in the small intestine, where it can cause malnutrition and poor growth in children. And in severe cases, if enough worms accumulate, they can cause a blockage in the intestines. Let's face it, there's no way to make a parasitic worm sound cute, but a worm that could potentially block your intestines, that's next level nasty. 2. Naegleria fowleri. Almost topping our list at number 2, we have Naegleria fowleri, also known as the brain-eating amoeba. Yeah, you heard that right. While extremely rare, infections with this little beastie are usually fatal. It's typically found in warm, fresh water, like lakes and hot springs, and it enters the body through the nose. From there, it travels to the brain and begins its destructive work. If you needed another reason to avoid getting water up your nose, well, you've got one now. 1. Trypanosoma cruzi, and finally, at the top of our list, drumroll please, is Trypanosoma cruzi, the cause of Chagas disease. This parasite is most commonly transmitted to humans by the bite of a blood-sucking triatamine bug. Chagas disease has 2 phases: the acute phase, where you might experience fever, fatigue, body aches, and swelling around the site of infection, and the chronic phase, where the disease can lay dormant for years or even decades before causing heart disease and intestinal complications. Now, I don't know about you, but a parasite that can play the long game? That's commitment, and it's utterly terrifying. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 10 most dangerous parasites brought to you by your brave pals at Top 10 Den. Let us know in the comments which one gave you the biggest case of the heebie-jeebies. And remember, most of these critters are rare, especially if you're living in developed parts of the world. But maybe the next time you reach for a sushi roll or consider a cool dip in a freshwater lake, you'll think twice. That's it for today's adventure. If you enjoyed our creepy, crawly countdown, go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you won't miss out on future explorations into the fascinating, the phenomenal, and the just plain freaky. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and as always, stay tuned to Top 10 Den. Until next time.